Shonda recently said at a conference that she was speaking at, I'm done talking about diversity. You mentioned, women of color. And just last week, we sort of had Maggie Gyllenhaal for our magazine also mentioned sort of Hollywood's facing not only ageism or sexism, and now we say women of color, racism. Why do you think now in 2015 it's taken so long for females in the industry to start speaking out about all of this, and how they sort of feel it's held them back in a lot of ways?
I don't know why it's taken so long. I do think it's time, though, for people to step into an arena where they're not confined, where there's no restrictions based on their art and their voice.
Yeah.
And I think that there is a restriction when you label someone just as in terms of their sex and their race.
Yeah.
Because I think that there is an expectation of who you need to be
Yes.
within the confines of that. I just mentioned that with a black woman, you got to be sassy, you got to be sexy, you got to be, your hair has got to be a certain way. It's very iconic roles that have existed in the past for black women. Like I said, I don't want to have any structure.
Yeah.
I don't want to have any kind of reins put on me.
Yeah.
I want to be absolutely human.
Mm-hmm.
In my role. I don't know as a person what I'm going to do tomorrow. So I don't know what Annalise is going to do tomorrow based on the situation she's placed in. I don't want to necessarily be likable all the time. And I think that's what Shonda is saying.
Yes.
I think that she probably gets a lot of pushback on, feeling like, what is your responsibility to people of color? What is your responsibility, for women? And her whole thing is, I just want to write.
Right. Create.
The one thing is, when you put pen to paper as a writer,
Yes.
it's just like when you tell a story to your kid at night.
Yeah.
You just want the world to be your oyster.
Absolutely.
You don't want any fences put up. And I think, I'm imagining that's what she's
Yes.
saying about diversity.
When you mention iconic roles and actresses, are there any that you can point to that sort of, when you were a little girl, I want to be an actress, or you looked at those roles or those actresses growing up and they inspired
Miss Cicely Tyson in
Yes.
everything.
Yes, yes.
Is Jane Pittman in everything. Teresa Graves in Get Christy Love. Gloria Foster in Nothing But a Man. I was attracted to craft.
Yeah.
That's why I got into it. I wasn't attracted to just the clothes and the hair.
Yeah.
That didn't have any appeal to me. I wanted to be a craftsperson. I wanted to be great at what I did, because I think that is impressive. When you're given a character that's completely different than who you are, and you move into it, you transform, you get out of your comfort zone, and you create a human being.
Yes.
That's what we do as actors. I know that Twitter, Facebook, all that is part of what we do too.
Yes.
But really part of what we do, make no mistake, is to create human beings.
That touch.
Yeah, Meryl Streep
Yes.
and Sophie's Choice, Diane Keaton and Annie Hall.
Wonderful.
It's all, Jenna Rollins and everything.